Ladies, we are here tonight on the show. What the fuck is happening to the show right now? Let me make sure the sound is working, ladies. Let me make sure the sound is working. Alright, let me make sure the sound is working tonight. Let me make sure the sound is working. Alright, ladies, we are here tonight on the show. Tonight we are doing the Houston Texans preview. What can we expect from the Houston Texans? Okay, there's a few things we can expect from the Houston Texans. Remember last year they got up to like a 0-3 start. They were struggling. I felt so bad for Frankie. But they actually made a run. I believe they won, I don't know how many games, like 11 straight games or whatever it was. And they ended up winning the division and they ended up going to the playoffs. But they ended up losing in Indianapolis. The problem last year was, I think they could have been a lot better, even though, they put on that amazing winning streak. Their problem was they didn't have a secondary and they did not have an offensive line. Sometimes I feel that when you have a quarterback as athletic and as fast as a Deshaun Watson, the offensive line, and not only the offensive line, but the entire team, the entire front office get a little bit too comfortable and think they don't have to protect them as much because they feel you can just run away from anything. No. This is what I went through years first with Donovan McNabb and then with Michael Vick. You still got to protect them. At the end of the day, they're still quarterbacks. They need time to throw. You smell me? And I'm not sure they did that good of a job addressing the offensive line. Same thing with the secondary. I'm not sure they did that well of a job. They actually, I'm still not too convinced with this team. I'm really not. I think the offensive line is a huge problem. Now they lost Lamar Miller to a leg injury out for the season. So now who's going to be the running back? I don't know how to feel about this team. I feel now they have a better chance to make the playoffs now that Andrew Luck is no longer with Indianapolis. But I'm still not too high on this team. I'm going to say somewhere from 7 to 10 wins. And the reason it's probably because of the two guys on offense that can electrify everything with Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins. And they do have a very good defensive line, obviously led by J.J. Watt, Witness Merciless. If he plays Giovanni Clowney, they have a talented team. The problem is their offensive line is trash, and so is their secondary. But everything else, their front seven's pretty good. Their offense, their wide receivers, the quarterback, he's pretty damn good. So they still have some players where they can overcome the weakness, the offensive line and the secondary with their talent, So they can still pull it out of their ass and possibly win up to 10 games still. But let's look at their schedule. They start off the season versus the Saints and over there at their place. That will be a loss. Then they go to Jackson. They got Jacksonville coming in. That will be a win. They got to go to the Chargers. That'll probably be a loss in Los Angeles. They got Carolina coming in. That will be a win. They got Atlanta coming in. If you're going to go to the playoffs, you need to beat Carolina. I beg your pardon. You need to beat Atlanta at home if you're going to go to the playoffs. Next, Atlanta. Next, you got Kansas City and Kansas City. That will be a loss. You got Indianapolis. You can possibly go to Indianapolis and win that game in Indianapolis. You could possibly do that. Then you got the Raiders coming in. That will be a loss. I beg your pardon. What the fuck am I smoking? That will be a win versus the Raiders. That will be a win. They'll beat the Raiders. Then they got Jacksonville. Same thing. It's a 50-50 game over there in Jacksonville. If Jacksonville's going to do anything with Nick Foles, they need to win that game at home, especially if they lose the first time to Houston. Then they got Baltimore. That'll be a tough game. They can win that game. That's a winnable game too. But it's tough in Baltimore. Cold defense for Baltimore. I don't know about Houston going over there. Then they got Indianapolis coming in. That will be a win. They got New England coming in. They never beat New England. I don't know why. That will be a loss. Might go to that game actually. They got Denver coming in. That will be a win. They got Tennessee away. That'll probably be a loss. They got Tampa Bay. That will be a win. And they got Tennessee coming in. I think that will be a win. Like I said, I think they can win somewhere from 7 to 10. They're gonna have some problems protecting Watson. That's my biggest concern. And can he stay healthy? Can Watson stay healthy? Last year he had a few injuries. At one point, he had to drive all the way to like Florida because he couldn't take the airplane, you know, because his body was just so messed up. And they told him, dude, it's better if you just drive. So he had to drive all the way, I think, to Florida. So I'm not even, but yeah. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. No running game, no offensive line, and no secondary. But you got a very good defensive line. You got one of the best, the top 3 wide receivers in DeAndre Hopkins. You got a very good young quarterback, if you can keep him up straight, and Deshaun Watson. I think, worst case scenario, 7 wins. Pull it out of your ass with the talent you do have, and possibly win 10 games. All right, that's what I have to say. All right, ladies, until next time, I'm out like a light. The fuck is happening?